Children in Zauro community, a rural settlement in Kebbi, local government of Kebbi State, are longing to have their schools remodeled and conducive for learning. Correspondent Sarah Ayeku reports that despite several complaints made to the state authorities, the schools are yet to get the desired response. And the situation leaves the teachers, parents and children asking if they will ever get past this difficulty.
This is a story of teachers and many children who defy all odds to be in school, despite the rot and decaying infrastructure they see daily. According to the Multidimensional Poverty Index report, recently released by the National Bureau of Statistics, Kebbi is one of the 4 northern states ranked as the poorest in Nigeria. One of the indices that put the state on the list is education. One distinct feature in Zauro local council is the dilapidated blue-roofed buildings on the right. It is the Diko Aliu Zauro Model Primary School, Birnin Kebbi, one of the best you can find around here. From outside, the school looks almost normal, with fading paint of blue and discolored white on its fence, uninviting to children. The courageous ones who make it into the school just offer the attention of 11 teachers and space to sit on the floor. The only chairs in the classrooms are for the homeroom teachers, who use the tree shed as a staff room.
Taimakonta, agajinta, sannan kuma cikin Zauro, wannan makaranta ita ce babban makaranta a cikin Zauro. So ga gani na yara sai kaga yaro kusan 400 a aji guda. Malami ba zai iya aikin nan ba, muna dai kokari ne kuma malaman na kokari sosai, amma wani lokaci ma in kana karantawa yaro bai ji saboda population din yayi yawa, yara sun yawa, amma inda zamu samu classes zamu iya raba yaran mu kila mutum 100 ga class, sannan malami zai shiga ya karanta yara su fahimta.
In the 1960s, Zauro community celebrated the first set of classrooms, graduating its first set of pupils. 62 years after, there seems to be nothing to celebrate. Every day, the teachers labor to meet with the growing demands of pupils and parents.
Wannan makaranta ita ce makaranta da tana daga cikin makarantar da jihar Kebbi ke alfahari da ita, duba da kokarinta da kuma kokarin malamanta da kuma yawan population din da a gare ta. Kakan samu aji daya zaka samu less than 300 cikin aji daya. Sannan kuma ga mu da lowest population na malamai. Kusan malami 14 gare mu Arabic teachers. Amma problem da muke fuskanta bai fi kamar karancin da a gare mu na malamai ba. At least makarantar ga ko ba muna da 3,500 and something.
With joy, the children embrace the orange-flavored drink and biscuits distributed. This is the reason why some are in school, having received a day's meal, time to go home. It's the end of today's recess. The teachers struggle to get the children to settle down in class. The students show no intention of returning to their respective classes, playing outside in clusters, waiting for senior students to chase them into classes. Others, fascinated by the presence of a camera, hang around the door and window of classrooms, peeping and smiling, disappearing when they are asked to leave, only to come back moments later in their numbers. When they finally sat in class, we noticed the number of boys had reduced. When we checked outside the school, we found children from the school gathered around a mini toy trolley, feasting their eyes on scraps and toy cars. The teachers explained that the school is overpopulated and other schools don't have enough space to accommodate children from the community. This is one of the schools holding down history here in Zauro, in Kebbi local government area of the state. And all they're asking for are basic things like wash facilities, more classrooms, more teachers to increase the level of girl-child education in their state.
Kamar yanzu yadda muna da toilet guda biyu, amma gaskiya wani ya dan abun nan, So muna buƙatar toilet saboda gani da yawan yara, sannan muna da manyan 'yan mata a waɗanda wasu aji shida har sun fara al'ada. So muna buƙatar gwamnati ta taimaka mana da toilet. Sannan kamar abincin da ake bayarwa ana bayarwa ne primary 1 to 3. Senior class primary 4, 5 and 6 dole su je gida cin abinci. So in gwamnati ta taimaka mana an ci gaba da bada abinci muka samu ƙari, za mu ƙara samun yara don abincin ma yana ƙara jawo su zo makaranta. Ba kujerun da za a zauna, ya za a yi staff room tsatsaye? Babu kujeru. We don't have furnitures. Muna zuwa mat mu zauna ƙasa. Ba mu da kujeru. Yaran mu ma ƙasa, mu ma ba mu da kujeru gaskiya.
In Hausa, the teacher asked the pupils questions to make sure the day's lesson is understood. With enthusiasm, the children chorused their answers, unaware of the rope tied to a huge tree to hold the weak ceiling firm. 5 minutes drive away, another primary school was seen in worse condition. Children are enrolled in Hajiya Mariam's school. Here, only one block of classroom is functional. When we stepped into the classroom, it was all empty. The building stands isolated like a shell. During rainy season, nursery school children can't come to the school. Neither can primary school students use the cracked building. But at every other time, the cracked building is still in use.
The situation in this school further explains the reason why we see more children on the streets than in classrooms. For instance, in this school, primary 1 and 2, primary 3 and 4 learn in one classroom under harsh conditions. It's just 12:51 and we just have just a few students here. May Sunanki. Why is school important to you? But is there anything you would want the government to do in your school? Do they give you food in school? So children from here want to see more things done in their own school, just like another school which is not too far from here. They're hoping that the state government will, of course, hear their cries.
Despite the success stories of various efforts in the education sector, Nigeria still accounts for about 18.5 to 20 million out-of-school children, with Kebbi, Zamfara, and other northern states topping the list.
It may seem as if nothing is being done because most of the out-of-school children you see out there are not from Kebbi State. Since Kebbi borders different, like 2 or 3 other countries, Niger, Benin Republic, most of them come from there, though they are like seasonal.
For the Kebbi State Universal Basic Education Board, there are plans to return out-of-school children back to school, upgrade infrastructure, and train more teachers to meet up with the demands. The children are hoping by the time they return from the holidays, they will have more things to be happy about than celebrating the perceived privilege of access in education. Sarah Ayeku, TVC News, Kebbi.